Welcome, everyone, to Hardin Local Weekly Podcast. I'm Phil Taul, the founder of Hardin Local, and I'm your host today. Rachel's off this week for being our host, but so I'll be driving the show, but don't worry, she's hopping on a little later for your housing market updates. Summer is in full swing in Hardin County. We've got a great show. John's got a stacked week of events. Father's Day weekend is loaded. Nate's got business buzz with some big downtown and mall news. Rachel's got your housing update. And Britten and Michele, the experienced eaters, are back with a brand new spot that just had a soft opening, which we will be talking about quite a bit today. Plus, with Father's Day this Sunday, Scott's got a great icebreaker for us. But first, let's bring up the crew. Scott Lucas is my co-host today. Nice to see you, Scott. Got Jon O'Brien covering events and happenings. Nathaniel or Nate Bryan, business news and updates. Britten and maybe Michele.
Oh, she'll be here.
She'll be here. The experienced eaters. And Rachel will join us later. If not, we have updated the housing market portal on hardinlocal.com. So we have the market update there, and we'll have a little article about it later too, but she should be joining us shortly. And I'm Phil Taul. I am the founder of Hardin Local, hosting you through today. All right, you'll notice our spotlight on screen today is one that's close to home. It's us. Hardin Local is bringing back our candidate interviews for November general election. If you're a candidate running unopposed or running opposed, and you didn't get to sit down with us during the primary, this is your shot. I'll tell you exactly how to register in just a second. For now, keep an eye on hardinlocal.com/election. You can find it up in the corner. The scan QR code will take you to our site to subscribe. That's different. And I'm about to get there. Before anything else, here's the one thing I really want you to do today. Go to hardinlocal.com or scan that QR code up in the corner and create your free account. Let me tell you why it's worth 10 seconds. Let me tell you why it's worth doing this in 10 seconds. I don't know if I'll be able to do it though. Every week we drop bonus members-only content on the website you can't get anywhere else. This week, it's a full special report on the new German cafe that just opened downtown. Everything you need to know about the place, the menu, all of it. Nate's going to tell you exactly how to find it in a few minutes. And when you've got a free account, we'll email you the moment that report updates with all the bonus content so you never miss it. When you make a free account, you also get our weekly email. Every episode, event, and story straight to your inbox and one update per week email. And sorry, I think Rachel's joined us, so let me get her added, but let me finish this real quick. When you make a free account, you also get our weekly email, every episode, event, and story straight to your inbox. It's completely free. We just want you plugged in. Go to hardinlocal.com, hit sign up or subscribe, and drop a comment once you're in so we can shout you out. You can comment on any of the articles there. So we're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, and Amazon Music. Follow us there. Follow on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook right now and you haven't followed us, go ahead and hit that follow and turn on those notifications. Drop your comments, questions, and events and business tips in the chat. We read them at the end. And if you've got shout outs, personal or business, drop them in the comments right now. We'll read them in closing, and I'll bring some of them up during the stream. Let's go ahead and get this Rachel added in. Hello, Rachel. Let's get everybody up on here. Make myself a little small. There we go. Good to see you.
Perfect.
All right. Special announcements, guys. We got a couple of them. First one being election interviews. How to register. Okay, I'd like to mention at the top, our candidate interviews are back for November. If you're running opposed in the general election and didn't get to interview with us during the primary, we want you on. Here's all you got to do. Go to hardinlocal.com/elections, or you just go to hardinlocal.com and find the elections link in the top menu. Find the registration button on that page, sign into the Hardin Local website and complete the form before July 5th. That's hardinlocal.com/elections. Registration for these interviews closed July 5th. We've already got tons of folks signing up, so don't wait. We want every local candidate to get that opportunity. It is free. Also, now a quick word for the business owners watching. As a lot of you know, we've started to monetize Hardin Local, and sponsorship is a great way to get your business in front of thousands of people right here in Hardin County every week. If that's something you'd like to explore, here's how to. Go to hardinlocal.com, go to the bottom and click the sponsor button. Or you can just go to hardinlocal.com/sponsor to learn more. Or you can just text me, Phil, at 270-312-2910. 270-311-2910. Send me your name, your business name, and say I'm interested in Hardin Local sponsorship. And I'll personally get right back to you. And before we move on, I want to take a quick minute to thank the businesses already trusting us as we grow. Thank you to some of our recent sponsors, the Getaway Campgrounds, Heartland Mini Golf, and Riders Market in Upton. And a special shout out to Stu and Renee Sullivan and their team at each of those. We appreciate you. A big thank you as well to Member Medical, Malibu Jacks, Lead Pest Control, and Riverside Marketing Solutions for joining our sponsorship family, along with the Plumbing Doctor and Omni Design Group. We don't take a single one of you for granted. Thank you for believing in what we're building. And if you'd like to join them, again, that's hardinlocal.com/sponsor, or text me 270-312-2910. And don't forget, Father's Day is this Sunday. Whether it's your dad, a grandpa, or somebody who stepped into that role for you, take a minute this weekend. John's got some great Father's Day weekend events coming up, and a lot of our local sports spots have something going on. So support local while you sell. Any other announcements? Host? Any of you guys got any? John? No? Nobody? All right. Well, then go ahead and drop a comment in here. If you're watching, let us know. Say hi. And if you have an announcement or anything you'd like, just let us know. And at this point, I finally finished the previews. You know, I always feel like I hate when I go to the movies and they got like 45 minutes of previews. We try to keep it short. We do have a lot going on and we want to make sure you guys are aware of it. So, Father's Day Icebreaker. Father's Day is coming up this weekend. So here's our question for everyone. And Scott, do you want to? This was your question.
I'll go ahead and start this. You know, the both of us are dads. We've got Britten, who's a dad. John, Nate, you don't have kids yet? Okay. So as dads, we'll probably resonate most with it. But what is one thing that your dad or father figure in your life instilled in you that you still use today? And I'll go first. The one thing that my dad, stepfather, did was he taught me how to survive out in the wilderness, and he kind of taught me and introduced me to martial arts. So 47, probably been in martial arts for about 30 plus years. Know a lot of different things here and there, but being able to survive in the wilderness if I needed to, or defend myself or my family, that's been instilled with me. So shout out to my stepfather, who is deceased.
Yeah, I think for me, it's I had two memories when I thought about the question. The first one was about my dad, Keith Taul. He would always teach me, and more so later in life because I didn't understand it until then, but he would always be a big stickler when I started businesses or did anything. He'd say, you got to be able to set goals and measure them, you know, and have the measurement. That was the big part. He's like, you can set goals all day long, but if you can't measure where you're at, then, you know, it's not a very good goal. And then, and then my grandpa, who I'm named after, Philip Taul II, Philip Taul I, he would always tell me, you can always tell who you can trust by if they carry a pocket knife in their pocket. That's all I got. What about you, John?
I don't think it's something necessarily that he taught me, but something I observed more, that if there's an opportunity to dance. Doesn't mean that it's like something that's happening and nobody else is dancing. If you feel the opportunity to dance, enjoy that moment and be in that moment and dance.
As someone who knows John's dad from a past life, that summarizes Bo completely. Or play tennis. If you have a chance to play tennis. But I know Bo's laugh. I know Bo's smile. So I can definitely see him telling John that all the time. Mine is my sarcasm. That's bad to a T. I mean, I don't even need to ask where I got it because I know exactly where I got it from because I saw him a few days ago and some of the stories. It's like, yep, here it comes. There it is. And I've got it too. It's a gene that I have. I didn't get his height, I didn't get his build, but I did get his sarcasm. But I think it helps open up people. It allows me to talk to people. And what Phil was saying, well, either I've never carried a pocket knife ever, so either I'm the most trustworthy guy or the least trustworthy guy, depending on which way that was supposed to go.
Yeah, I don't carry a pocket knife.
I think it comes from his like the farm.
Makes sense.
Well, there he is.
I'm back. I knew something weird was going to happen. I've been having issues with my computer all day, so if it happens, I'll be right back. But yeah, I don't think it related to like he would call city slickers. It was like more about more good old farm boys. It's not carrying a knife.
Love that movie, City Slickers and City Slickers 2. That was some of the best Billy Crystal work. That and Princess Bride. But yeah,
it was a different time back then too.
So for my dad, something that he taught me is it was something that he didn't teach me. And so when I was about 7, 8 years old, I was kind of getting interested in football, and I asked my dad to teach me to throw football. And he said, "No, I'm not going to waste my time." And so a lot of people, that's funny because I went on to be a very celebrated, had a very successful career as an offensive lineman. And so at a young age, my dad basically taught me that lesson, especially as I got older and I thought about it, was he was teaching me how to prioritize and how to work within my strength. And that was the kind of wisdom that my dad had. He was funny when he said it. No, he said, I said, "We teach me how to throw football," and he goes, "No, but I'll teach you how to block." That was the rest of it. And it was his way of teaching me how to work within my strengths. And in everything I've done, from teaching, business, and I lost my dad when I was 27, so I didn't get a lot. There's a lot of things I've done in my life he hasn't, that I didn't have his counsel on. But there was just a lot of sagely wisdom that came to me in something as simple as, "No, I won't teach you how to throw a football, but I'll teach you how to block." And that's been something that has shaped my way I've looked at things and my perspective my whole life.
That's it. Yeah, that is awesome.
So, Phil, was it having the pocket knife makes you trustworthy, or not having a pocket knife makes you trustworthy?
Well, I think having it made you, but I think it was more about, is this some guy you can trust to come out on the farm and get some work done properly? I think that was more the context of it.
I would think also, because my pocket knife is a multi-tool. I use it for all kinds of things. I think it also it shows a degree of preparedness. One of the other great dads in my life was my college football coach, and we're always taught never go anywhere without a pen, and always be 5 minutes early. I mean, that was his. That was a life lesson. I don't go anywhere that I don't have a pen or a writing utensil I know where there's going to be one. Whether it's especially if I'm going to a meeting, if I'm going to anything business oriented or anything like that, I always bring it. I usually bring two because I'm the guy that I'll take a pen and then it won't work.
All right, guys, I think I fixed my issues there. Sorry about that. We need to move on to events, though.
What about you, Rachel?
Rachel.
Yeah.
Good call.
I mean, I can summarize. I mean, my dad has taught me a lot. My dad has taught me what hard work looks like. He's definitely one of the hardest working people I've ever met in my entire life. And he very early on allowed us to step into that with him. So I get my work ethic from my father. And then I think most importantly, like, his foundation is Jesus Christ. And he moves in a way that doesn't make sense to most people because he is so defined by his relationship with the Lord. And, that foundation in his belief, I think whatever you choose to believe in, it was very impactful to me to see him live his life with such a strong moral compass. So I appreciate him. He never cared that I was a girl. He was like, "You're going to get out here and work right alongside me." And so he gave me a strength and ability to persevere despite all odds. So
good. Nice.
That is very good. All right.